Hi, it's Ant here from Planet Mosh, and who am I with today? Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Max, the bass player from IHLO.
And Phil, guitar player from IHLO.
Fantastic. Now, Legacy was released last year, and the reaction has been absolutely tremendous to it. I mean, it's sold out everywhere that I can see so far. How do you feel that it's been? The reaction has been. Have you been pleased with everything that's happened so far?
Yeah, I think towards the end of writing, there was a lot of peaks and troughs about how we were feeling about it, and I there were times where I thought, oh, this is a masterpiece, this is fantastic, and then times where I thought this is terrible. And the first album was like a fluke, we tricked people into thinking it was good, but it came out, and I think people who didn't even know the first album and sort of listening to Legacy for the first time were also saying that it was really good. There was a lot of year-end lists that it was on, a lot of 9s and 10s out of 10 in the reviews. So just thrilled, absolutely thrilled with the response to it, and I'm sort of glad that people picked up what we were putting down. A lot of the songs are very sort of long and winding and through composed, and just really glad that people sort of were receptive to that.
Cool. I think it's a phenomenal album. Obviously, I've got a copy over there. Can you talk more about how it came together? Because there was a long gap from the previous album to this album.
Yeah, there isn't really a reason for the gap, except that we did need a little bit of a break after finishing the first one, because there was kind of a big push to get the first one out, and we needed to sort of recover from the promotional push that we gave it after it came out. But a lot of the songs just need time to sit in the corner or sit in your head, and you sort of develop them. And it's I'm a very, very slow writer, and Andy, the other main writer of the band, is also he'll come up with a lot of little ideas, but nothing that's a fully fledged idea. So it's just life gets in the way. Life is busy, ideas take a long time to develop and even come up with in the first place, and we were not gonna push out something that wasn't something that we were really happy with. So it took 6 years because that's how long it took. I really hope that the next one doesn't take 6 years, and I want to promise that it won't.
It won't.
It won't.
I won't let him take that.
So, I suppose even if you do 3 years, it would be a huge improvement.
Well, yeah.
It would be. Yeah. I would say 3 or 4 is a safe bet, but if it does 6, then we've dropped the ball again.
Yeah. Okay, so keeping on the theme of the album, it's quite sonically different from Union.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you previously wore your influences on your sleeve a lot more with that album.
Yeah.
So what were your influences then, and how have they developed into influencing this latest album?
Yeah, I think the big comparison we get is Tesseract, and I think with the first album, it's probably much more of a fair comparison. How the album starts with Union, you got the clean plucks and then the gentle rhythms. It's very.
That first song is very, very Tesseract.
It's very Tesseract, and Parhelion also starts pretty Tesseract as well. And it's there was a lot of that, but I think there was a lot of, for both me and Andy, there's a lot of Devin Townsend, and there's a lot of Haken sort of underneath as well. And we're not as technical as Haken. I as a guitarist, I'm certainly not as technical as Haken, but they influence a lot of the songwriting and the structures of the songs as well. So and a lot of Leprous. We love Leprous. There's a keyboard patch that we use in a lot of the choruses on Union. And we call it the Lep synth because it's just a Leprous sawtooth synth sound, and we just sonically we take quite a lot from them as well. So yeah.
When it comes to songwriting, what's the process that you go through for songwriting, or isn't there one? Or
No, there isn't one. The song writes itself, which is probably why it takes so bloody long, because I'm supposed to write the song, but the song writes itself. So it will often feel this section's ending, I naturally feel like this should happen next. and rarely is that like a verse chorus situation. It's normally just like a Pink Floyd Genesis through composed, no repetition of parts at all. So that there isn't really a process. The song completes itself or it doesn't. Right. And that might be a problem for pushing an album out.
And it's mainly one person will work on the song, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
You will. I think Empire was like basically just you wrote it in like one night.
That was really quick. That was a very, very quick song to write.
But there's no like full band collaborative stuff at the moment,
except for the song Source. Andy and I genuinely did write that in the same room at the same time, and that took one day as well. Basically, I mean the core of it. We fleshed out the details later, but. Kind of a bit of an oxymoron. Like, yeah, the songs can take a long time, but they can also take one day. I don't know. It's just this is what I mean. There's no process.
Inspiration strikes.
Yeah, it strikes or it doesn't. There's no process.
Hence why you were able to write one in one day.
Yeah, exactly.
And some take years to finish.
But I think we talked to. Well, I was talking to IHLO on the Leprous tour, and he says he will just sit down and try to write like 5 songs, and then the good ones stay. And I need to try to do something like that.
Yeah. So I was talking to somebody a couple of years ago, and they were saying they were trying to write 1 song a day.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Otherwise, a lot, 90% of it might be crap, but then you'll get the 10% which is actually good, and it's worth doing. So
cool. Now you recorded quite a lot of the album, or most of the album, in Southport.
We did the drums. Yes, we did. Yeah.
Which seemed. A strange place. You're not from the...
No, not at all. It was actually it was a really long. So I came up from like Birmingham area, and then the other guys came down from Aberdeen area. So it was a long journey for both of us. But we saw the Arch recording studio like on Instagram or something, and like a lot of people were going there, and it looked like a really good space. And the engineer who was working there had like a lot of really good feedback. So it was. The drums on the first album were programmed, and we kind of wanted to get as far away from that as possible. So, like a really big, natural-sounding room was the obvious target.
Much more organic sound.
Yes, exactly. And I think it happened to be in Southport, so we went to Southport and did it there. But it was a really, really nice place. It was like this old, like converted chapel. So. Well worth the journey.
And the I've seen
awesome. Yes,
I've seen the photos of it. It looks incredible.
Yeah, it looked really nice. I didn't get to go to that one. I wasn't in the band at that point.
You'll come to the next one.
But the album has a conceptual theme, apparently. What is it that wraps it all together?
So the person who is better placed to answer that question isn't here, but I can do a very rough outline. It's sort of the interaction, the middle space, the Venn diagram between like naturalistic things, and I think we tried to do that with like the vocals obviously is a very natural sound, and the guitars, but there's also a lot of synths and a huge amount of synth work and stuff like that, and that's kind of like the mechanical kind of like robotic side of it, and then there's this middle space where like we're like interacting with technology. It's a bit cringe to talk about really, but that's the theme that sort of drove the album. So how we interact with technology and how it affects us. I don't think that's like a radical thing to say. People are like trying to get off their phones and spend less time on social media and stuff like that, but just thinking about our dependence on it, our reliance on it, and stuff like that really.
Yeah, it's told through a bit of a kind of a sci-fi lens. There's a bit of that going through it as well, with Andy's story, but they're like the main themes of the album.
Right. And it was something that Stephen Wilson picked up on his last album as well. Because his was all about space and the overview. And he was saying, people need to stop looking at the phones and looking down at the phones and looking up at the stars.
To be fair, he's been saying that since 2009, I think.
Yeah. He was an early
2007 was Fear of a Blank Planet. So
true.
Right. So your set today, very punchy, very on the ball. We were all very impressed by it. How was it for you guys up there?
Yeah, I mean, I had so much fun today. I think it was a bit of a big deal for the band. First time playing RadaR. We were filming it, so we had quite a few cameras on us. But I had so much fun. Crowd was awesome. You know, for first band on main stage for the Sunday, like there was decent sized crowd. You know, a lot of people had come out early to see us, which was amazing. And I just had so much fun. It was so good.
Right, and the future plans. You mentioned the dates with Haken that are coming up.
Yeah.
Are you playing the whole of Europe or just the UK?
Yeah. Whole of Europe on the run that starts in September until the mid-October. So it's no UK shows announced yet for us, but
Yet.
Yet.
Keep an eye out.
But we're doing the whole of Europe with Haken, and that's going to be so cool because we're all massive fans of Haken.
Fantastic.
And that's just going to be so fun to be on the road with them, see them play every night. You know, they're so influential on me. I've been a massive fan for years, so it's kind of a dream come true. Honestly, it's pretty incredible.
Super.
Haken and Leprous in the same year is
the
nuts.
two probably the two bands that everyone in the band loves.
Yeah.
And we're touring with them both in one year.
Insane. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
Right, so a couple of fun questions to end the interview with. Do you sing in the shower?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
It sounds great.
It's fun.
Lot of acoustic reverberation stuff. I live alone as well, so I can get away with it. I don't know if you living with someone stops
No,
you.
my wife. No. I sing everywhere. not just a shower. I sing in all rooms of the house. My wife will hear me sing all day. I just love to sing. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's just
Cool.
fun.
Last one. Cats or dogs?
Cats.
You
are a dog. You are a golden retriever. So
I love them both. I don't like the cats or dogs war. I think they're both amazing, and we should just appreciate them both. If I had to choose, probably dogs.
You're such a centrist.
I'm not a centrist. I love.
It's in the middle of the Venn diagram.
I need to clarify. If a dog comes up to me, I'm enjoying the dog.
Yeah, for sure.
But for me to own, it's a cat, and I have one, and I'm about to have two. So
yeah. Mine would in that case mine would be dogs, but love them both.
All of us love animals.
All
We're
animals
huge animal
are
lovers.
precious.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, thank you for your time. Really appreciate it, and enjoy your tour with Haken.
Thank you so
Brilliant.
much.
Thank you.